Listen, the abilities that we've all been given are not equal across the board. We can't do everything. Some people were born to be athletes, others were born to be teachers. Our appearance to others is not always a representation of the truth. The truth lies inside all of us, and that's something that can't be seen or heard. Sometimes finding this out can be challenging. Oftentimes it's maddening or overwhelming. But the one ability that we all share, no matter what our condition, is the ability to listen to ourselves. Inside all of us is a beating heart that demands to be heard. And when we do truly listen, we eventually discover something: our truth. The truth allows us to rise to the occasion no matter what we might face. When we can't hear, it lets us see. And when we can't see, it lets us hear. The truth is that voice that resides in all of us. And all we have to do to find that voice is listen. The Lighthouse for the Blind of Fort Worth was founded by people who have listened and found that voice. It continues to help others find their voice and use it to solidify themselves as confident and contributing members to an organization that in return creates more opportunities and independence for those in need.
Well, when my mother founded the Lighthouse, along with help from a few others, it was her goal to found a place for visually handicapped and blind people in Tarrant County to have a place to work, a place where they could work on their own, make their own money, and achieve independence.
But it goes much further than that, in that the organization has the capability of generating revenue, and a tremendous amount of revenue, all of which is put back towards the mission of the organization in serving the visually impaired community in Fort Worth.
The Lighthouse for the Blind has been a self-sustaining organization pretty much since its founding.
Anytime we sell a product at the Lighthouse, it generates revenue that we can in turn help support the different programs that we have.
The Lighthouse for the Blind found its voice by trusting in its own community to discover new needs and services that make a difference.
We're an organization that hasn't historically asked for an awful lot of help. We've stood on our own and been proud of our performance over time. We still are that proud organization. We are still wonderfully financially stable because of our industrial operations. We want to grow. We want to extend into the community and provide services to more people. That's best accomplished with the gifts of time, talent, and treasure from others in our community.
The changes that the Lighthouse for the Blind makes in the community are changes that last forever. It's truly a change that inspires not only those who work there, but the work they do inspires so many more.
We have the same expectations of anyone working at the Lighthouse as any other employer out in Tarrant County would have. Having that ideal employee who knows how to complete the job, has a lot of concern and conscientiousness about how they come to work every day and how they perform so that they work as a successful team is extremely important.
I really enjoy working at the Lighthouse. It ranks up there pretty high. I enjoy what I do.
It is life-changing because the opportunity to be a productive citizen it makes all the difference in the world in people's lives, and to feel like somebody values what they have to offer. I don't think it matters whether you have a disability or not. That's just something that most of us really need.
The Lighthouse helps people with a sight impairment to reach their greatest potential. Those that spring from the rehabilitation services have gone on to advance themselves in so many ways, but give back to others who might not truly realize what can be achieved by someone who is blind.
The Lighthouse of Fort Worth has many dimensions, and one of those most important dimensions is that of rehabilitation services. Our highly qualified staff of professionals takes great pride in our ability to help an individual who may be visually impaired reach the level of independence that they want to reach. We use a variety of techniques and tools and services to do that. Everything from teaching someone how to use a white cane to learning how to read Braille. Rehabilitation services is that avenue that takes an individual from the recognition of a vision impairment to the realization that they don't have to stop doing the things that they've always done, the things they've always enjoyed. They just have to do them a little bit differently.
The Lighthouse for the Blind has been serving our community for over 75 years with the sole purpose of providing independence and hope to people who are visually impaired. We do that through providing them job opportunities as well as rehabilitation services so they can lead an independent life.
Listening to oneself and finding the truth from within provides a voice to those who may have been without one. The Lighthouse for the Blind empowers those it serves and those it employs.
Well, when I met Jamie, she was very apprehensive to do cane travel, blindfold travel. She did not want to do blindfold travel. So when I first met her, a lot of it was just reaffirming with her that she will have the ability to travel on her own and not lose her independence.
First time I stepped out with my white cane by myself, I was terrified. I didn't go very far, went down the block and came back.
After a while, Jamie grew in confidence and she wanted to do blindfold training so that she could be fully independent and know that she could be on her own.
It gave me a sense of self-confidence that I could do it. Nothing could stop me, and it hasn't.
These voices that were once silent are now heard, and because of the Lighthouse, they are growing in confidence and providing services and helping hands to more people than ever imagined.
I don't have to depend on anybody. It gives me a freedom, something that I didn't know if I'd ever have again. If you're on the edge about coming to Lighthouse, don't stay on the edge. They can get you past the biggest hurdle in your life and make life so much easier for you.
Sometimes when we lose a part of ourselves, we gain something even greater in return. Something we never knew was inside of us. The results of that are what the Lighthouse does like no one else.
The work environment is friendly. There's things that they will learn that they probably didn't think they could do, being either visually impaired or totally blind. Sometimes people think there's nothing I can do, but that's not true. My coworker James Shelby, he's totally blind, but he stitches boxes. That's something that I wouldn't have thought any blind person was able to do, but he does.
We want to empower individuals who have vision impairment. We want them to know that we can be a resource to either them or their families so that they don't have to travel that road by themselves.
The Lighthouse is a place for those who are visually impaired to come and learn that they have a sense of purpose, to learn confidence, to know that they're contributing to their community. So the Lighthouse is a place for, I guess, personal success.
The Lighthouse for the Blind is as diverse in its offerings as the city it resides in, Fort Worth, Texas. It has a long history of making a difference in the lives of those individuals who are a part of it, and will continue to make strides into the future by welcoming many more who, in finding their voice, will in turn empower thousands more.